Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how to build a stone art like this one. I'm going to walk into it so you can see the size of it. It's slightly above my size. I put a lamp up here if you wonder what that is. And it took me actually 16 tries to get it up. And I use only natural stones that are found in surroundings around the fields where I live. So some of them are very heavy and none of them are square shaped, like a rectangular shape. So they're not being worked. I did find some up in the, you can see up on the left side there, that's kind of almost square shaped, but in generally they're all kind of odd angles. My point here is that I was using a tractor tire as the frame, but the upper part cannot be round like the tire, like a complete circle shape. You need to have a slightly point on top of it, because what you want to have is basically you want to have all the weight coming down on both sides. If you follow the tractor wheel, you're going to have 2 or 3 stones that want to kind of be, you know, the gravity want to pull them down. So what's going to happen then, instead of the cornerstone, that one there, you're going to have 3 of them, and 2 on the sides going to push the cornerstone downwards. So you lose the whole idea about actually using gravity and weight to stabilize the construction. And what you can see from this angle is actually there is 2 triangle ones. So this side here, it's much wider on this side and then kind of goes more and more narrow. So I started out with, let's say, 80 centimeters wide stones down here, and then here's double layers, big single rocks, smaller rocks, and yes, there's a small tiny single rock there, which is the cornerstone itself. So on this side, very wide base, and then it kind of shapes up just like a triangle, and it goes up and meets. So what I did actually, the first 10 attempts was actually a complete disaster, and then after maybe my 11th and 12th I kind of got the idea, but I kept on just building and learning, and I didn't have all the rocks I needed, so I kind of kept looking for the right shape of rocks, and I was always one rock short. So the last one, actually my idea was I wanted the whole structure to be stabilized without any mortar. So when I applied the cement or the concrete mixture later on, I knew that the basic construction was stable. Of course it wouldn't be stable if someone was climbing on, but it would actually hold up its own weight just by pure gravity. That was the idea, and so it was actually holding up without any help from cement before I actually start applying it. And then I just used a mix, and I kind of just squeezed it in all the corners and gaps, and that kind of thing make it all more safe, so no one's going to get it in the head if they get the idea of hanging on it or whatever. What I can do here is I can okay, you have to excuse the angle, but I'm going to kind of film from underneath and up so you get the idea of what I talk about when I said it was triangular shape. Just going to remove some of the legs on my camera thing here, because they're a little bit too high, so I can't fit it in there. Sorry for that. Okay, here we go. Are you with me? So this is the shape. Basically, you can see what I mean. It's from both sides, it goes wider and wider and wider, and then all the way up. Same on this side. I'm going to do like this, because otherwise you have to turn your screen upside down. So from the base, can you see? Yeah. And then it goes up and up and up and up into the wide base. Up. Of course not. Yeah, I mean, these all natural stones, so none of them are actually like the other one. So it's a challenge, but I figured that, you know, the old timers, they didn't have well, the Egyptians did, but I don't. And I kind of get this stupid idea that was stuck in my head that I wanted to use only natural stones, no machinery, nothing like that. And I wasn't in a hurry, so I didn't mind failing. I was super frustrated and angry for a couple of seconds every time it happened, when it came crashing down. Then I just go home, get a cup of coffee, the next day maybe, or later on that day, I'll be back out again and I start all over, slightly wiser. So it's been up for actually just about exactly 1 year, give or take 1 or 2 days, because my daughter's birthday was 2 days ago, and I got a really big pile of rocks from one of my friendly farmer neighbors. So that pile helped me start building the stone wall that you can see over there. And when I almost finished, I was going to go down to that corner. I realized that I really enjoyed it and I didn't want to stop too quickly, so I decided to make this stone arc, knowing that that was going to take a long time. And it did take time. It took me about a month in the blistering darkness and cold and horrible weather conditions we have here in Sweden, especially in November. But like I said, it's been up for maybe 10 months and I've been enjoying it ever since. Every day I wake up and I see it and I'm super happy and proud of it. So I'm gonna show you, maybe if I use some clips and I can add it into it, some of the process that I was doing. I'm not sure if I have them or not, but I'll see if I can find them. Otherwise, that would be another movie. I hope you like this kind of content. I haven't been talking too much, but I figured if I'm gonna do some YouTube videos, I need to talk. So this is my one of my first amateur attempts. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'd be more than glad to answer any questions and things if you are considering taking up on this challenge. It's actually super funny, but you have to go with the physics. That's my first advice. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.